Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Homestead Ahead. My name is Kimberly, and today we are going to do our July garden tour. I know that I actually did a couple videos in between the first video and this video, but for some reason the sound was weird. I don't know what it is. I have a windscreen on the mic and everything, but it's just making this weird sound. So I didn't post it, but I'm thinking, because I went back and looked at it, and I'm thinking all the changes in the garden, I might post it, but just, viewer beware. There are some places where the sound just isn't right. I don't know what it is or what I'm doing. This is a country. It's almost like once I move away from the house, it's a problem. So I don't know. I'm hoping this video comes out better than the last video. So we're just gonna get started from here. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you guys can see. Sorry. So here's the garden. As you can see, if you're not gonna watch the previous video, the June garden tour, then you'll see that we have the fencing up. Lawrence and I completed the fencing in like a week and a half. We did try to get an estimate. We got an estimate, but it was just too much. So we decided to do it ourselves. So I think we did a pretty good job. 100 square feet. I said in my previous video that this was probably bigger than I needed. But as time goes on and I think of all that I could grow, I probably don't have enough space. So anyway, I'm not going to go there now. So let's start the garden tour. So we're going to start here with the strawberries. They are not doing great. I got Japanese beetles all over. I actually saw one on it this morning. So I'm going to have to come through and spray. But I am getting some runners. So I'm going to watch a video on how I can keep those. I don't know if I leave them on and then in the spring, next spring, cut them off and plant them. But I'm going to try to figure that out. I used to have flowers and all that and strawberries. I did get some strawberries. Most of these are everbearing. So I did get some strawberries, but not a good year for strawberries. So, because the Japanese beetles are just eating all the green, the flowers and everything. Here, as you can see, I have a cousin, Monica, who is also, she has a beautiful sunflower. And here's my sunflowers. Granted, these smaller ones are miniature, but they're not doing a thing. I think this one here might be getting ready to. I don't know if you can see that in there. So we'll see. But they're not, I don't know. I know that the smaller ones, nothing's going to happen. But these should get bigger. I don't know. There's nothing really new going on with the tree. And I don't expect there have been some bugs in this tree as well. I don't know what it is. There's Japanese beetles and something else that are eating all of my fruit. And I'll show you. So here are the tomato beds. And I think they look pretty good. Tomatoes everywhere. Some of them are red. I did have blossom and rot. And I actually have one that let me show you, missed. I don't know if you can see it. This red one. See if I can get the camera in there. On the bottom. I don't think you can see it. I'm sorry. On the bottom of this red one, I actually have to pull it out. Let me see if I can get it. See that? I actually didn't meant to pull that one out, but there's no point in leaving it on here. It's taking energy for something else. But I added calcium to all of my tomato beds so that I wouldn't have this problem. But I probably lost about maybe 10 tomatoes. but they are doing much better. Actually, they're pretty loaded up. I've had to come in here and pin it up, and I think, see, what I didn't know is that these bamboo sticks were not going to be good to hold them up, and so I needed something a little stronger. And so now I'm struggling to keep them from falling. Like, I came in here one day and they were all over in here, so I had to pin them up. But the ones on the outside and the edges, I really don't have anything to pin them to, so I have to figure something out. But as you can see, I've got the arch trellis up on both sides now. Let me see. I really do have tomatoes everywhere, so I'm hoping, see if you can see this, see how this one is just like out here. It needs to be tied up. The whole bamboo is, you know, so I'm gonna have to figure something out there. Let's keep going. I do have this cardboard down to smother some of this grass. I got more cardboard, so I'm gonna put it down. I did buy like 20 bags of wood chips so that I can wood chip this area. So again, I got some big old tomatoes. And I think these are called super sauce tomatoes. They're pretty big. So this bamboo is not gonna do it. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. I got some purple basil in there. I hope you guys can see this. The sun is really out. I got some purple basil here. And again, just more tomatoes. So they're doing pretty good, the tomatoes. I do have basil, regular sweet basil up in there. And I'm gonna come out today and harvest some of this stuff. These are Sweetheart tomatoes, I believe. So I'm gonna, anything that's red and ripe, I'm gonna come out here and harvest. I'm gonna freeze the tomatoes because I wanna can the tomatoes for tomato sauce. So this, if you recall, is my onion bed. Everything in here is a weed, unfortunately. I'm gonna come through and pick all of the weeds, pull out the onions, and like I did with that bed there. And then I'm going to grow kale, collard greens, and basil. I recently saw a video on YouTube about basil tea, and so I want to try to, it's not too late for me to grow some basil here in Tennessee, Zone 7A. So I'm going to do that, and hopefully get a good harvest I can make tea. But if you want to look at this bed, there's some onions, but most of them aren't any good. I am going to show you the onions that I got out of this bed here. Originally, the plan was to grow potatoes in this bed, but my potatoes, I had them, I guess I didn't store them correctly, so they rotted, which is unfortunate because I have 4 big bags. So here are my peppers, and they look good. For the first time growing peppers, they look pretty good. Today is the day I have to fertilize them, but I think I'm winning here. Some of these over here, I don't know if you recall, but I don't know. I don't think this is a, at first I thought this was a, what is it? Let me see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a pepper plant, but I thought it was a ground cherry. It's not. These are still struggling, as they always were. I am fertilizing them, so hopefully it'll get better, because this bed is not doing as well as the other bed. But I do have a few peppers, So I don't know, we'll see. You see those cayenne? I don't know if you can see them. Let me see. Super excited about cayenne. So this is the cucamelon. So far, I haven't seen any melons. And let me see. But it is obviously growing up the trellis, but I haven't seen any melons. Let's see. Nope. As a matter of fact, probably gonna have to, this thing here is a lot. Here's my cucumber. And I do have cucumbers. Look at that bad boy. I have at least 3. Pretty sure there's another one in here, over there, and then there's another one down there. So yeah, I'm gonna come out and harvest and stake some of this stuff up today. These are chili peppers. Let me see. I think all of these are just, these might be jalapenos. And this might just be a bell pepper. But here are my cabbages. I know nothing's gonna happen, I just know it. But this one here is kind of like growing ahead. You see that in there? I don't know. But we're gonna leave it in there and see. As you can see, my green beans are trellising pretty good over here. I'm just concerned with this side. So I promise that these beans in the front all came from the same package, but these beans are looking like bush beans instead of pole beans. So because they are not grabbing onto the trellis and growing up. I don't know what happened, but yeah. You see that on my, see that bug? So I have to come through and spray because this is getting ridiculous. They're eating all my greens. So yeah, but the plan was for everything in the front of all 4 of these beds to trellis, which would give room to everything else in the bed, especially here. Like this front row was supposed to be pole beans, bush beans, and carrots. I don't know if you can see, but no carrots came up. None. Let's see. There's a blank space here. No carrots came up. But I don't really want to plant anything else here because the bush beans are all in the way. I don't have any green beans yet. What is that? Oh, it's a leaf. So yeah, we'll see. But I wanted it to trellis up and be really pretty. Over here, everything is dying. Let's just be real. There's not a whole lot of change here. So yeah, I pretty much got overwhelmed and I got hot. And so here, let's go over here. So yeah, I got hot. Well, it got hot and it was just kind of too hot to do anything. So I'm a fail on the fruit. The trees didn't get repotted. The bushes didn't get in the ground. So I feel bad, but so here is the navel orange tree. So it's growing. This is the Meyer lemon. You know, this is the weather that they like. So I don't have any issues with these. But over here, the Japanese beetles have gotten to everything. You see the leaves on all of the trees. And I've been spraying. They actually look better than they did because I've been spraying, but the Japanese beetles have been just eating away at everything here, unfortunately. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try to save what I can this fall, but it's hot. But these, especially these fruit trees, I'm gonna really try to save them because I paid good money for them. They're all gonna stay in pots, but I'm gonna put them in pots big enough. Most of them are dwarf trees anyway. Here are the onions that I picked out of that first bed. They're not horrible. I got them out here drying. They're not horrible, but like I said, they'll be onion powder. The white did better than the yellow. The yellow. But yeah, I think the reason I have such a bad harvest is because of me and not because of the onions. So I will order them again. I got them from, Dixondale Farms. I got them from Dixondale Farms, and I think next year will be so much better. It's difficult, I guess, trying to plant and also build because, you know, we didn't have beds for the longest and just a lot. So now that we are on our way, I do have more plans for the garden. I said this was a big space and I probably didn't need it. But the truth is I think I want to go 100 more feet that way so that the space is 200 by 100 feet. Because I'm thinking, so because this was planned short notice, I really didn't get the design that I wanted. The design I kind of want is to have like a seating area in the middle of the garden and then the garden beds surrounding that. So I probably, if I extend it, I probably can get that effect that I want. Plus I'm thinking next year I'm going to plant the tomatoes in the ground, so I'll need a big space. I want to do potatoes in the ground, corn, so, and then also I want to do beans like black beans, pinto beans, and you need a lot of space for beans like that because if you don't, then you don't get a lot of beans. So yeah, there's a lot of growing I want to do. I don't know if you noticed, but I did put in drip irrigation. It's been a week and it's been a blessing. So I have water going to all the beds. I don't think I showed you guys. Let me go right back in real quick. I don't think I showed you guys the ground cherries. They were little babies. But they are looking better. I tasted them. They ain't as tart as this poor thing needs some water. But they've gotten bigger. So yeah. If you notice, let me see if you can see it. If you notice, we did get the trampoline put up for the kids. And he doesn't even get on it and play on it. So, I don't know. But that is our July garden tour. I really hope the sound is better this time around, so you guys will be able to watch the video because I don't want to have to redo it. I don't want to try. So please like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know how I'm doing. Give me some tips and tricks, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.